everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back from vacation and excited to do this reading for you today. And in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking at what career should you be pursuing? What type of career would be good for you, and what should you be looking for in terms of a career? So if you're new to my channel, I'll give you a little rundown of how pick a card readings work. What I've done here is I've laid out 3 separate piles of cards. In the first pile, number 1, we have the Muse Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. In pile number 2, we have the Lightseers Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. And in pile number 3, we have the Circle of Life Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which pile speaks to you the most, which pile you are most drawn to. And keep that pile number in mind. And then you can scroll down to the description box below where I've put timestamps down for each pile. And you can select your timestamp and you will be forwarded directly to your reading. So let's get started. Hi, pile number 1. So you chose the Muse Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. I'm going to place the ruin right here, and we'll take a look at the ruin in a little bit. I just first want to go over your tarot and your oracle cards for you. So let's take a look here. So the first card you got is the High Priestess card. Second card we have is the Lovers. We also have the Knight of Materials, which is also the Knight of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. We also have the Eight of Inspiration, which is the Eight of Wands in traditional tarot. And finally, we have the Four of Emotions, which is the Four of Cups in traditional tarot. So, pile number 1. What I see first of all here is with the High Priestess card, you are someone that has a lot of inner knowledge. You're very insightful, you're very intuitive, you have innate psychic abilities and really the ability to read others very well. So what I'm seeing here is you could possibly do very well in a career as a psychic, as a spiritual advisor, as someone who reads others' futures, reads others' fortunes, something to do with using your gifts and your natural abilities to see the future. Now, I also see you being with the Lovers card here, being a very loving person. You care about others, you're a spiritual person, you really value relationships with others in your life. And I see here with this lotus flower here, you can see on this card, and with these people, they're sort of laying out their hands and their legs here. You seem to be someone who is also very spiritual and very spiritually aware. So you might do also very well as like a counselor. That can be a psychologist, a psychiatrist, something where you're working with others to help others heal and doing some spiritual work. So a counselor, a psychologist, and also possibly even a yoga teacher. I see here with this lotus flower here and these bodies moving here. You might even do something, you know, in the yoga field, like as a yoga teacher, yoga instructor. You might be very good at that as well. So that's sort of what I'm seeing here. And then with the Knight of Materials, you are also someone who is good with your money. You go after your goals. You know, I think your career, you know, in one of these fields would be profitable for you and would provide you with enough money to survive and to be happy. Because, you know, the Knight of Materials card is a very positive, you know, profitable card. So that's really good, pile number 1. And then with the 8 of Wands card here, the 8 of Inspiration, this card is all about movement and swift action and moving towards your goals. And you are someone that is very fast moving, you know, and you kind of gravitate towards those types of careers. So I see that, you know, maybe something to do with movement, like I mentioned before, a yoga instructor, an exercise instructor, you know, maybe, or even like Tai Chi or something like that might be good for you, because you do enjoy movement and moving your body. And, you know, those fields sort of coincide with that. And then with the 4 of Emotions or 4 of Cups card here, I see, you know, you also might right now be feeling some restlessness or loss of interest. It seems like you get bored easily, so you might need a change right now. And I think you're looking for movement and action in terms of your career. And so, as I mentioned, you know, I see you possibly doing psychic or spiritual work. I also see you doing possibly some type of counseling or psychology work. And I also see you being good at, you know, being a fitness or yoga instructor, something like that. So that's sort of what I'm getting here for you in terms of possible careers in your tarot. And I'm going to move on now to take a look at your oracle cards here to see what comes up for you. So the first card we have here is Conscious Consumer. And it says, you have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So that's a really beautiful card, pile number 1. And it shows me here that you are, as I mentioned before, a spiritual person, and you have this ability to heal. And that's why I was mentioning careers in, you know, psychic work and counseling and yoga, healing fields, because you have this innate ability to heal, which is really special and really wonderful, pile number 1. And so this card just sort of confirms that to me. And along with that is your ability to sort of heal the world and the environment. And you can do that by choosing ethical products and organic goods, you know, things that are healing and positive for the environment. And that card just sort of reinforces that message here, pile number 1. So the next card you have here is Psychic Abilities. And that's amazing, group number 1, because as I mentioned before, I see you doing and being very good at some type of psychic work. And this card is basically, you know, just telling me here that, you know, you do have those abilities. You know, that is very apparent here. I saw it in your tarot, and I'm also seeing it in your oracle here. So, you know, that is something that you may want to think about. You may want to develop your psychic abilities and your gifts. you know, and then maybe practice that as a career, you know, get into that sort of career. So that's really interesting, group number one. And the next card we have is Leap, and it says, you go first, the universe will catch you. So I think the message here, group one, is no matter what you decide to do, you know, this may be a dream of yours, this may be, you know, something you want to pursue, but the spirits are just saying here, go for it, you know, go for it, because the universe has your back. The universe will catch you. So if there is a career, you know, maybe psychic work or maybe counseling, something like that you want to pursue, but you're sort of scared and you're feeling like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not going to be good at this. I can't do this. I've never done this before. The universe is really saying, just take that leap and go for it, you know, because we have your back. You know, you're going to be okay. Everything's going to work out, you know. So that's really important to know here, pile number one. So the next card we have is All is Well in My Life. I am immensely blessed. And that's beautiful, group number one, because it's sort of saying that, you know, you are blessed. You know, you've been given these gifts to see maybe what others can't, to heal, to spiritually uplift people. And so, you know, all is well in your life, you know, and you are truly gifted and you are truly blessed. And that's amazing, pile number one. And you should be, you know, feeling really good about that because, you know, these gifts, you know, were given to you, and, you know, it's important to recognize them and to use them, you know, if you can. So that's really beautiful, pile number one. And then we also have, I am now creating my life exactly as I want it. And that is really special also, pile number one, because it tells me that, you know, this is your time to really create your life and make it look like how you want it to look, you know. Do what you want to do, pursue what you want to pursue, and you will create that life. You have that ability to create that life that you want. So that's really amazing, pile number one. So now I'm going to take a look at the ruin that you received, pile number one, to get some more information here. So this is the ruin here, and you received the Aruz ruin. And basically what that means is it can represent freedom, it can represent energy, it can also represent courage and understanding and wisdom. And it sort of just goes along with the rest of your reading here, because I talked about how you have this inner knowledge and inner knowing and understanding. And that really comes from wisdom that you have within you, which is why you're able to heal people and to guide people and to understand people. And so that this ruin really just represents you perfectly, because you are a very wise person and you are very understanding of others. So that just sort of just reinforces everything, I think, here in your reading. So that's really beautiful, pile number one. So that concludes your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a big thumbs up below. And also please consider subscribing to my channel so you will always be notified of new videos and videos that I've recently uploaded. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day. I enjoyed reading for you today, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number two. So you chose the Lightseers Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. And I'm going to place your ruin right here and we'll take a look at it in a few minutes. I first want to go over your tarot and oracle cards here. So let's see. So the first card you got is the Queen of Swords upright. You also have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse. You have the Six of Pentacles upright. And finally, you have the Hermit upright. So, pile number 2. What I'm seeing here in terms of possible careers for you. Starting with the Queen of Swords, I see here that you are someone who is a fighter. You are someone who takes action. You're very active and you're also very brave. You go after what you want and you sort of don't let anything stop you. You are also very intelligent and decisive. So you're good at making decisions. You're good at assessing situations. And like I said, you're a fighter. You know, you're strong, you're brave, you're intelligent. So what I really see here from this card is that you may do very well in a career involved with the law. So I'm seeing here maybe possibly a police officer, a lawyer, a judge, something to do with the legal field. And, you know, I see police officer, you know, strongly here, but I also see, as I mentioned, lawyer, judge, you know, something in the legal field. So that's really wonderful, pile number 2. And then with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I see you may feel right now like you have trouble managing money, you know, finances. There may have been some material losses here, financial losses. You may also feel that, you know, your career right now is not bringing in enough money. You know, so you're sort of maybe looking to change careers. But I think that, you know, you're just sort of feeling a lack right now in terms of money or finances. And then with the Knight of Cups reversed here, I see you may not be satisfied in your current job or your current position. You know, you may be looking to find a better fit, you know, something that suits your personality more, something that brings in more money, you know, but it seems like you're looking for a change here. And then with the Six of Pentacles, this card is really about prosperity and success, and mostly in terms of money. So I see that, you know, this new career, if you do decide to pursue something in the legal field, may bring you more wealth and more money. So I see material success with a career in, you know, possibly the legal field. So that's really wonderful, pile number 2. And then with the Hermit card here, I see that right now you're kind of just, or in the future, near future, you might be going within and thinking a lot about what will really make you happy, you know, and what you want to pursue, what you want to do in your life, what your purpose is, what your goal is. And in this new position, I see you sort of working independently and really having power and authority. And, you know, that's really wonderful, pile number 2. So if you do decide to pursue something, you know, possibly in the legal field, I see you being independent in that position and really, you know, having the authority and having the power to do things, you know, as you want, and to really own that side of your personality, because you do have that powerful, authoritative side to you. And, I think the legal field will really let you shine and really bring those qualities out in you. So that's sort of what I'm getting here for you, pile number 2, in terms of the tarot. And now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards here to see what comes up for you. So the first card we have here is partnership, and it says, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So that's really great, pile number 2, and it tells me that, right now, partnership is important for you. This could be partnership in terms of an actual partner in your life. It could be friends, it could be coworkers, it could be family members. But it seems to be saying that, there's a person around you who has skills and resources that you need. And this person is willing to help you, maybe in terms of this new career, or this desire. So that's really wonderful, pile number 2. And then the next card you have here is protection. And that just goes beautifully with what I was talking about before, pile number 2, because I see you being a protector. I see you as someone who has the ability to protect others. And that's why I mentioned, fields in police work, fields like law, fields like, being a judge, being a lawyer, because you're able to protect people. You have the strength, the courage, and the ability to protect people as well as yourself. So this just goes along perfectly, pile number 2, with the rest of your reading here. So the next card we have is Soul Family, and it says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And that goes along beautifully with this card here, this partnership card, because as I mentioned, pile 2, partnership is important for you right now. And you have people around you that are part of your soul tribe that you can really call on and that want to help you, that are there to help you. And these, are members of your soul family. So don't be afraid to call on them. Don't be afraid to rely on them, because they really are just there to help you right now, pile number 2. So that's really wonderful. And then finally you have, I have all the happiness, love, and positive energy I need. So that's beautiful, pile number 2, because it really tells me that, right now you have everything you need. You have happiness in your life, you have love, you have positive energy. And I think if you just remember that and you really use that to sort of realize what you were put here to do, what your life purpose is, what your mission is, I think that will really help you. And as I mentioned, I see it being something to do with protection, whether that be, police work, legal work, something in the field of protecting and helping others. And that's really beautiful, pile number 2. So now I want to take a look at your rune to get some more information here, pile number 2. So you received this rune right here, and this is the Algiz rune. And what that means is, it has a few meanings, but mostly it means defense and warding off evil. So that is amazing, pile number 2, because that is exactly what I was speaking about before. You have the protection card here, you have the Queen of Swords card here, and I really see you working in a field of defense, whether that be legal defense, whether that be police work, but warding off evil and defense is really what I see you doing. And that is exactly what this rune represents. So that's amazing, pile number 2, because it just confirms that to me here, that you really, your life purpose may be in in the defense field, and that's really wonderful and that's really special, pile number 2. And of course, I wish you all the luck in that if you do decide to pursue it in the future. So that concludes your reading, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. And also please consider subscribing to my channel so that you will be notified when I upload any new videos. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile number 3. So you chose the Circle of Life Tarot with the Amazonite Ruin. I'm going to place the ruin right here, and we'll go over the ruin in a few minutes. But first I want to go over your tarot and oracle cards here, just to see what came up for you, pile number 3. So the first card we have here is the King of Wands. Next card is the World card. Next card we have is the Five of Wands. We also have the Knight of Swords. And finally we have the Six of Pentacles. Move these over a little bit here. So, pile number 3. What I'm seeing here, first off, with the King of Wands card, is that you are someone who is very active. You are also a go-getter. So, you are someone that really goes after your goals and pursues what you want in life. And I see you also being someone who's very accomplished and very successful. I see you having a high position. So I see you being really good actually as some type of leader or boss in an organization, in a company. I see you having authority. So maybe a position like a CEO, possibly even a president, a manager, a boss, but something where you have others working under you and you're sort of in an authoritative position. And I see you really shining in that type of position here, group number 3. And then with the World card, I see, as I mentioned before, I see completion, I see success. And if you look at this card, this World card here, this woman she's actually a fairy, has all of these animals around her, and they're sort of sitting right next to her and all around her. And that sort of tells me that, you're sort of the leader here, and you have all these people working for you and working around you, but you're really, the boss. You're the leader here. And that's what I saw here with this King of Wands card, is that, you are someone that has natural leadership abilities. And I see you really shining in that type of job or position. So that's really wonderful, pile number 3. And then with the Five of Wands card here, I see that you're also a competitive person, and there may even be others around you who are competitive with you. They may want your position, they may want your job, but I see that you're really on top. You really will shine, and even if you're competing against others, I think that you will receive this leadership position over these other people. Because as I mentioned, you have these innate leadership abilities. And I think that will really help you stand out from the crowd and really, sort of beat out the competition. So that's really great, pile number 3. And then with the Knight of Swords, I see that you are, a fighter, and, you're willing to fight others for this position, for this leadership position. And you're also extremely good at planning. So, you're good at planning with finances, you're good at planning with resources, with people, and that's really why I see you as like a CEO or a manager, because you have that those planning abilities. So that's really wonderful, pile number 3. And then finally with the Six of Pentacles card here, I see that this position or this job in this leadership role will really be prosperous for you, and it will bring you the money that you need and want. So I see it being a very lucrative job or position for you. And I see success and accomplishment here. That's really sort of the main takeaway I have from your reading here. So that's really wonderful, pile number 3. So now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards here just to see what else comes up for you. So the first card we have says positivity, faith, and optimism. And it says, you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So this card is really beautiful, pile number 3. And it's really saying that, your positive expectations and energy is really going to lead you to achieve and obtain a position in leadership. Because you really need that faith and that optimism to go after your goals and to achieve your goals. And I see that if you do that, you will get that position, you will get that job. And, you just have to sort of keep the faith, keep going, don't allow negative things to affect you. Don't dwell on negative things, focus on the positive in your life. And that's really going to move you forward, group number 3. So that's really wonderful. And the next card we have here is Life Purpose. And that's a beautiful card, also pile number 3, because it tells me that, this leadership position, this career in leadership really is your life purpose. It's really what you were put here and meant to do with your life. And that's really special. And, a lot of people don't ever find their life purpose, don't ever know what their life purpose is. But this sort of confirms to me here that, whatever this position that you may pursue in terms of leadership really is your life purpose. And so that's wonderful, pile number 3. And finally, we have the card Trust the Niggle, and it says, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And this card is really about trusting your intuition, group number 3, because, you may have been feeling lately like something is pushing you or something is triggering you and saying, I think you should do this, or you should do this. But you may have some doubts about it. You may be thinking, oh, I could never do that. That's something that I dream about and I think about, but I could never actually do that. I can't be the leader of a company. I don't have that in me. But Spirit is really saying here, trust that feeling, because that feeling is spot on, and it's trying to tell you something. It's there for a reason. And it's really saying that, you can do this. You can pursue that goal. You can achieve that dream. So that's really important to realize, pile number 3. So finally, we have the card, I am doing my best and it is enough. So that's also really important in group 3 because it tells me here that, you are doing your best and it is enough. So whatever you're doing, whatever you do in the future, it will be enough. So just remember that. And, just always remember to keep the faith, to do your best, and everything will be fine. It will work out. So that's beautiful, pile number 3. So now I'm going to take a look at your ruin to see what you received here. And you received, hopefully you can see it, the Manaz ruin. And the Manaz ruin represents a few things, but mostly it represents intelligence, creativity, and it also represents skills and abilities. So this goes along perfectly with the rest of your reading, pile 3, because I talked about how you were a very intelligent person, you were a planner. You also have amazing skills and abilities in terms of leadership, in terms of planning, in terms of achieving what you go after. And this ruin, Manaz, really represents all of those things. And it shows me that, you have these leadership abilities, really you do, within you. And that's just amazing, pile number 3. So that concludes your reading today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. Please also consider subscribing to my channel so that you will be notified of any new videos that I upload. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Bye.